Have you ever stepped out of bed in the morning and felt like your legs weren't quite ready to carry you? A slight wobble, a bit of stiffness, or even a fear that you might trip on your way to the bathroom. For millions of older adults, that's not just a passing inconvenience. It's a daily reminder that their body isn't responding the way it used to. But what if I told you that one small morning habit, just a few minutes of your day, could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more confident on your feet? We're not talking about intense workouts, expensive equipment, or complicated routines. Just one simple, gentle practice that taps into the way your body actually wakes up. One habit that health experts recommend specifically for adults over 50 to preserve muscle, protect balance, and avoid the slow but dangerous loss of leg strength. Because let's face it, losing strength in your legs isn't just a nuisance, it's a warning sign. And if we don't pay attention to it early, it can lead to falls, injuries, and a loss of independence that's often hard to reverse. Here's the reality. After the age of 40, our bodies begin to experience a natural decline in muscle mass. It's called sarcopenia. And while it starts subtly, by the time most people reach their 70s or 80s, they may have lost nearly half the muscle they had in their younger years. And unfortunately, the legs, especially the thighs, hips, and calves, are often the first to be affected. That's why climbing stairs gets harder, standing up from a chair takes more effort, and balance becomes unpredictable. And yet, this process isn't irreversible. According to recent findings in aging physiology, older adults who incorporate low-intensity, muscle-activating habits into their morning routine are significantly more likely to maintain mobility, avoid falls, and preserve their independence well into later life. The secret isn't to overwhelm your body with strenuous movement, but to gently stimulate the right muscles at the right time. And that time is first thing in the morning. Why morning? Because during the night, your muscles are inactive, your joints become stiff, and your circulation slows. Your nervous system is still booting up, and your legs, which carry you all day, are not yet ready for action. That's why so many falls happen early in the day. You might think it's clumsiness or aging, but it's really biology. So instead of jumping straight out of bed or rushing to get dressed, what your body truly needs is a structured way to reboot safely and intentionally. And that's where this one easy habit comes in. It's called the ground-up activation, and it's exactly what it sounds like, a short sequence of deliberate movements that start at your feet and work upward. The purpose? To improve blood flow, stimulate neuromuscular communication, and wake up the very muscles that keep you upright and steady. You don't need a mat, you don't need a workout video, and you certainly don't need to be athletic. You just need 5 to 7 minutes of your morning to take control of how your body functions throughout the rest of the day. Let's walk through the physiology behind it. When you engage your feet in gentle contractions and stretches, you activate the plantar muscles. These are directly connected to your posture, gait, and even your balance reflex. As you move upward to your calves and thighs, you stimulate your largest muscle groups like the quadriceps and hamstrings, which are responsible for stabilizing the knees and powering your steps. Light activation sends fresh blood to these tissues, brings oxygen to your joints, and kickstarts proprioception, the body's ability to sense position and motion. This is key for avoiding missteps, stumbles, and falls. But more than just muscles, this morning habit also recalibrates your brain's communication with your body. According to research in neuromuscular aging, regular stimulation of the lower limbs, especially first thing in the morning, can improve coordination, reduce joint pain, and enhance confidence while walking. And confidence, believe it or not, is one of the most underrated factors in preventing falls. People who feel unstable are more likely to walk cautiously, which ironically increases the risk of losing balance. But those who feel strong walk with more assurance and natural rhythm, both crucial for long-term mobility. Now you might be asking, what exactly do I need to do? The core of this habit is incredibly simple. It begins before you even leave your bed. Sitting up with your feet flat on the floor, you'll begin with gentle toe curls, squeezing your toes as if gripping the floor, followed by ankle circles to loosen up the joints. These small movements prepare your body for larger steps to come. Then you slowly rise and perform a few shallow squats while holding on to a sturdy surface like the bed or a dresser, just enough to activate your quads and glutes without strain. Finally, a few calf raises and hip openers done slowly and mindfully will get your entire lower body online. Sounds simple? It is, but don't mistake simplicity for ineffectiveness. In fact, this kind of neuromuscular activation is exactly what many physical therapists prescribe for fall prevention and rehabilitation. And when done consistently, 5 to 6 mornings a week, it becomes a protective ritual for your legs, your balance, and your overall confidence in motion. At this point, you may already be imagining how to fit this into your morning, maybe before coffee, maybe right after waking up. Wherever you decide, the key is consistency. Just like brushing your teeth, this should become non-negotiable. You don't brush only when you feel like it. You do it to prevent problems before they start. The same logic applies here. Daily leg activation prevents gradual decline that you might not notice until it's too late. And speaking of building habits, if you found this advice helpful so far, take a second now to support this content by liking the video and subscribing. That small gesture tells the system this is useful content, and it helps others discover the tools to take charge of their health too. Now, let's talk results. What kind of improvements can you expect if you commit to this? While outcomes vary, many seniors report feeling more grounded within just 2 weeks of starting. There's often less joint stiffness in the morning, easier walking throughout the day, and greater endurance while standing or moving. Over time, consistent activation leads to stronger muscles, improved balance reactions, and fewer episodes of near falls or instability. But perhaps the most profound benefit is psychological. You start each day with a win, a signal to your brain that you're not just aging, you're adapting, taking action, and protecting the quality of your life. And the ripple effect goes further. Starting your day with movement often leads to better posture, which supports spinal alignment and reduces pain. It also boosts circulation to the brain, which improves focus and memory. And interestingly, people who start their day with physical activation tend to make better choices throughout the day, from eating habits to sleep routines, because they're operating from a place of empowerment rather than passivity. Still wondering if this one habit is enough? Let's be clear. It's not about replacing your walk or your stretching routine or your strength training. It's about anchoring your day in movement that supports everything else. Think of it as the ignition switch. It doesn't drive the car, but it gets everything running. Without it, the engine stays cold, sluggish, and inefficient. With it, every step you take afterward becomes safer, stronger, and more aligned. And if you're someone who's been struggling with balance issues, this habit becomes even more essential. Balance isn't a static trait. It's dynamic, trainable, and deeply influenced by your habits. When your feet, ankles, knees, and hips are all speaking clearly to your brain, first thing in the morning, your nervous system is better equipped to respond to changes in terrain, obstacles in your path, or even moments of dizziness. Over time, your body gets better at catching itself, adjusting and recovering, often without you even noticing. Here's another important detail. This habit can be adapted to any fitness level. If standing is difficult, you can do most of it seated. If you've had knee surgery, the squats can be skipped or modified. If balance is an issue, every move can be done with support. The point isn't perfection, it's activation. It's intention. It's showing up for your body in the quietest, most powerful way possible. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up and stretch, remember that what you do in those first few minutes can either leave your legs vulnerable or help them carry you confidently through the rest of your day. You don't have to run marathons, you don't have to lift weights, you just have to move wisely, consistently, and with care. And if you're thinking of someone who could benefit from this, maybe a parent, a spouse, a friend who's been feeling unsteady, share this message with them. A simple morning habit might be all it takes to change their day, their month, or even their future. If this video inspired you, please don't keep it to yourself. Tap the like button, leave a comment telling us how your mornings feel and what changes you're noticing, and most importantly, subscribe for more health-centered content that puts you back in control. Because every strong step you take starts with a choice, and that choice begins in the first 5 minutes of your day.